When Thomas Jefferson won the presidential election of 1800, he had been an enslaver for almost 50 years. Like Washington, Jefferson had inherited slaves as a child after his father's death in 1757, and he later inherited more than 100 slaves after his father-in-law died in 1773. Jefferson's slaves were held captive at his main residence, Monticello, near Charlottesville, Virginia, as well as other locations in the state. Jefferson closely controlled the management of slave labor at Monticello. He generally did not believe in separating families of enslaved people because keeping them together would lead to reproduction and natural population growth, obviating the need to buy new slaves through the slave trade. Violence against enslaved people was common at Monticello, although Jefferson likely did not personally whip or otherwise physically torture them. According to historian Annette Gordon Reed, Thomas Jefferson's sexual interactions with an enslaved woman, Sally Hemings, likely led to her giving birth to 6 or 7 children. Gordon Reed points to the preferential treatment of the Hemings children as circumstantial evidence that Jefferson more closely regarded them than any other enslaved people at Monticello. Several were spared onerous labor as children, and all were eventually freed. Moreover, Gordon Reed has traced how since Jefferson's death, historians and others invested in preserving Jefferson's reputation had purposefully obscured the Hemings connection. DNA testing in the late 1990s suggested strongly that he could not be ruled out as the father, and most scholarly historians now view it as likely that he was. As president and in his private life and writings, Jefferson developed a contradictory record on slavery. Perhaps most damning was Jefferson's lack of care for the enslaved people at Monticello after his death, as more than 100 were sold to help cover Jefferson's debts, leading to the traumatic separation of families and their removal from Monticello.